I'm a wee bit late to the party when it comes to this video topic, but I was kind of held up with certain things, outside of YouTube. Us content creators have things going on in our personal lives, and sometimes it hinders with our, production. But as the saying goes, better late than never. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you McDonald Trump. Welcome back to the MrShowTym showcast. Donald Trump is a world-class troller. He went over to, what's the state? Pennsylvania? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Comment below if I'm wrong. I think it was Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania, where he essentially trolled Kamala Harris on her birthday by working a shift for a day at a McDonald's drive-thru family restaurant. Now, the reason why Trump did this is because Kamala Harris has been throwing jabs at Donald Trump, expunging narratives that, he's an upper class, bigoted millionaire who doesn't care about the people. I'm like, and then Trump was like, oh, word? Okay. What bigger way to send a clear message of trolling to your opponent on their birthday by working 15 minutes more than Kamala Harris ever did? Because you know how Kamala Harris, lies through her teeth, talking about she's worked at McDonald's before. She comes from a middle class and she's worked at McDonald's and she's for the people. Yet we haven't seen substantial evidence of that. We haven't seen her actually caring for the people. I mean, she's a hypocrite. She's a two-faced, two-timing liar. She doesn't care about the people. She says one thing and then does the complete opposite 1 minute later. Now, Trump, it was so heartwarming seeing Donald Trump put on a, McDonald's apron and, serving the people. It was such a heartwarming spectacle. And he looked good while doing it. People were like driving through and talking about, hey, Mr. President, please don't allow America to turn into Brazil, communist country. And Trump was just natural, he wasn't trying too hard. He was just being himself. And it was so graceful watching him work a shift. Now, of course, no good deed goes unpunished, because the left, the leftist legacy media, they were talking about, it was staged. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Of course it was staged. We know. And we liked it regardless. And we still do. We still love it. Of course it was staged. A president who has had a couple of attempts of assassination, and you think that Donald Trump is going to come to some random McDonald's where any lunatic or psychopath could be lurking around and just, walks in and starts to... I mean, come on. Trump is a public citizen. Of course, it has to be staged. But there's so much... Well, truth is... Yeah, there's so much truth in jest, but the grammar is not really correct. There's so much symbolism in that. And Trump is just, he's for the people. He's down to earth. People love him. People all around America love him. I love him. Here in South Africa, some of us, well, here in South Africa, a lot of people in South Africa, they don't follow American politics, but I'm proud to say that I'm South African and I love him. Okay? I see the code in the matrix. So yeah, look, it was such a heartwarming spectacle, as I've said before, and yeah, man, I couldn't have thought of that. Maybe I could have thought something close to that or similar. I don't know. Maybe depends. I'm not running for office. It's a very dangerous job. Yeah, I don't want someone taking a shot and blasting a small part of my ear. No, thank you. Okay. If I had an assassination attempt at me while doing a rally, like Tommy Sotomayor said, I'm doing all my rallies via online, via Zoom StreamYard. Okay? Yeah, I am not coming out. But Trump is a hard worker. I mean, the next presidential candidate has such huge shoes to fill. Because Trump, in a sense, he exposed how the government, prior to Donald Trump running for office, the government was like, not necessarily, they were slacking on purpose. I mean, if you think that the reason why there's such poor service delivery from your government, any government, you think that the government is incompetent. No. The government officials are not incompetent. Not per se. The fact that they give you such trashy, slow delivery to service is because they're doing it on purpose. Because if it was their loved one under siege, experiencing some hardships, that problem would be solved ASAP, like that, in seconds. They would make sure their loved ones wouldn't even go through such strife in the first place. And prior to Donald Trump, I mean, they gave us Obama. And look, I'll be honest, I'm one of those who fell for the okie doke because Obama, being the first black, even though he's not really black, he's biracial, was born in Kenya. Even though Barack Obama was the first supposed black president, we didn't follow politics like that. We didn't have alternative media voices because we trusted the legacy media. We trusted the Matrix, right? We were all blue-pilled for the most part, even though there were some skepticals, but we didn't really have someone to really explain and disseminate, someone who has done thorough research in exposing the propaganda of the legacy media. Until the red pill community was born, until dissenting voices started entering the fray, coming about, until the invention of the smartphone and 4G technology came about, where you can create long form, high quality video content where you can see a person speaking in real time. Dissenting voices became like a middleman between the public and legacy media, because prior was just the public and the legacy media. Mainstream media was our only source of information until someone had a genius plan and was like, no, listen, these are lies. Stepped into the middleman, that's us, the red pill, and now we take whatever the media is telling you, and we basically, I don't want to say filter it, fine, you can use filter as a word, if that's the correct word, but we basically explain it to you. So instead of information coming directly from the mainstream media to you, we serve as a filter. We're like, well, we catch it, okay, before it comes to you, we catch it. And we unpack it, okay, we explain it to you, okay, this is what they're telling you because this is APC, XYZ. And then we dish it out to the public in an authentic, more honest format. But of course, the Agent Smiths, they don't say too kindly of that. They want to make our lives difficult. They're like, oh, how dare you? You're supposed to trust us. You're supposed to trust big government. Yeah, no thanks, okay? They have proven, exposed themselves who they really are. That's Donald Trump. Trump has really set the bar high for the next presidential candidate. I mean, Angry Man made an analogy that the government prior was like, when a woman, like when you have a girlfriend, you busy texting or sexting or calling and say, hey, can I come over? And just like, yeah, and you ask, hey, am I gonna get some? And just like, oh, I don't know, we'll see. And you're like, you're kind of like iffy. You're kind of like wondering, are you gonna get some or not? Because we know how women are iffy. They play these mind games. They play hard to get. Yeah, the government has been doing that to the public for so long, giving you promises prior to an election, only for them not to do it, because now you've given them your votes, absolute power. Now, what incentive do they have to give you what you asked for when they're already in power? And I think that's something us as South Africans, we need to learn going forward. I think our electoral structure needs a reform here in South Africa, because we don't do debates. Not really. I mean, we have, the manifesto, but it's not like how they do it in America. Call me a copycat, but I like how, they do it in America. They have a whole panel of presidential candidates and they debate. And, in school, like we used to call it an oral. You do an oral, not oral like how you think. No, don't have a dirty mind. We call it an oral presentation. You get out there and you run your mouth and you talk. You try to convince the public. Why are you the best candidate to be nominated for presidential office? And I think here in South Africa, we could do so much better in learning from what the American does, what the Americans do. And, we should have debates. Each party, I mean, we have so many parties here in South Africa. I think we should chop it down to at least a 3-party system. 3 main parties, because we have so many. The other ones are just too irrelevant, and they have so little support. Voting for them means just throwing away precious votes. I think we should have a 3-party system in South Africa. Okay, so yeah, that would encourage more competition, because monopolies are bad. They de-incentivize competition and work ethic. So yeah, man. Here I am going on a tangent. I'm sort of drifting off, but Donald Trump just exposed how the government is very much capable of giving you what you want. It doesn't take time. Doesn't take a long time. They can really give you what you want if they really want to. If they really intend to. If they really intend to. But no, they want to play all these iffy games. Nah. So close up, too slow. So Donald Trump just exposed how the governments can really deliver quick, fast, efficient service if they really intend on doing it. That's why they don't like him. That's why they're mad at him. It makes them come across as slackers. So Trump exposed that very well. And it just goes to show that Trump is not, at 78 years old, the man is still quick-witted, quick on his feet. He's got that wit, that comeback wit, those catchphrases, those comebacks, those witty comebacks. And he has a high work ethic. At 78 years old, he has more work ethic and more energy than your average teenager or any adult who's in their 20s, 30s or 40s. Don't even get me started on an adult who's in their 50s. Trump is busy flying all over the place. I see him on Instagram, all over the social medias. He is flying, he's still campaigning, he's holding rallies with energy. The next person is going to be president. He has massive shoes to fill, because the bar has been set that much high. And that's why Trump has become such a global icon, an iconic figure for the ages. And of course, to round it all up with a friendly, fun-filled, family-friendly troll by working a shift at McDonald's. It's so cool. Okay? So yeah, man, that's all I have to say for now. Trump turned into McDonald Trump. Isn't it a coincidence that his name is Donald and, the restaurant's name, the franchise name is McDonald's? Worked out just perfectly. I think that's part of the reason why he picked McDonald's in the first place, because it goes so well with his name, Donald. McDonald Trump. So if you're watching this far, thank you so much for watching, and remember, the Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit. And don't fall for the psyops. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers.